Go West Creative welcomes you to a concert for Nashville, raising funds and raising hope for Nashville's creative community. Tonight's at-home performances come to us from all around the globe, featuring Charles Eston, live from Brentwood, Tennessee; Tommy Davidson, live from Los Angeles; Big Kenny, live from Nashville; Mindy Abair, live from San Francisco; Ray Parker Jr., live from Los Angeles; Twinny, live from London; Ari Afsar, live from San Diego; Lou Pardini, live from Franklin, Tennessee; Steve Connell, live from Los Angeles; and Nashville favorites Gene Miller, Chris Weaver, and Taylor Noel. All tonight on A Concert for Nashville, sponsored by Go West Creative, Event EQ, First Bank, and Bearded Iris. And now, from our Cocktails with Creatives home, based in Germantown in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, here is your host, David Fischette.
Well, good evening, my friends, and thank you for tuning in wherever you are here in Nashville, Tennessee, around the United States, or around the globe. We're so grateful that you've chosen to spend the next 90 minutes with us while we try to do some good for this amazing creative community in this incredible town that we call Nashville. We've been hosting here at Go West Creative, we've been hosting this event called Cocktails with Creatives for the last 4 years. And for the majority of that, the Cocktails with Creatives has been a charitable event where the creative community comes together and we try to help other organizations here in Nashville with the community, whether that's a food bank or it's for the homeless, whatever it is. The creative community gathers together about once a quarter here, and we have a cocktail party, and we have a way to get together with each other, connect, and love on our community. And now we have this incredible opportunity to turn the tables and love on our creative community that is being, so severely affected, as all of us are, but so severely affected by the events of the last 7 weeks, right? Nashville's been, hit pretty hard, starting with the tornado, and then the coronavirus, and then the complete shutdown of our economy and just a stop. And so 9 days ago, I thought, well, maybe I can do something. We can do a virtual Cocktails with Creative. I can do a concert. I'll get on Zoom, and I'll mute people, and then I'll bring up different people and let them sing. And I started reaching out to some of my dear friends in the music industry and some great celebrity friends of mine, and every one of them said yes. And by the weekend, I'm like, I don't think a Zoom meeting's going to work. And what we do here at Go West Creative is we produce shows. So we're like, we need to give this the love that we would give a true show. But I had already set the date. So Monday morning at our team meeting, I said the words to my team that they all fear. I have an idea. And with that, the team here at Grow West has worked tirelessly around the clock for the last 4 days to put together a broadcast worthy of the talent that's going to be on tonight. And so I'm really, really excited because my team here has rallied, they've worked, they've created, and they've planned. And I think tonight we've got a really beautiful show for you. And we've set this up so that we want you to be entertained, we want you to be inspired, but we want you to donate. Bottom line is we want you to donate. We've got a GoFundMe page that is live on our on all the streaming sites. You'll have a link to that GoFundMe page at cocktailswithcreatives.com. If you go there, you can go straight to the GoFundMe page. And all the money that we're trying to raise on the GoFundMe page is going to be split between 2 of our 4 charities tonight. That money on GoFundMe is going to go to Music Cares, and it's going to go to the Music Health Alliance. If you feel more comfortable donating directly to those charities, go to their websites and please do that. We want you to feel comfortable. Main thing is we don't care how the money comes in, but we want the money to come in. We set a goal of trying to raise $25,000 tonight. Before the show even started, I think we're over a tenth of the way there. We're a little over $3,000. So we're going to see what kind of money we can raise tonight, and I sure appreciate you guys being here. And I get that asking for people for money right now when everybody is nervous, right? I'm nervous. We're all nervous. But there are certain people out there that they're right at the edge, and it's about survival for them. And so we want to be a bridge. If it's $5, if it's $10, it doesn't matter. Nothing is too small to give tonight. So we ask that if you're entertained in some way, if you have some sort of love for Nashville, if it's a place that you've never been to and you just thought, it's a cool place that I'd like to travel to, help us keep it a cool place to travel to, and help us help these musicians and these artists and these creatives get back to work and survive until the world comes back. Our 4 charities that we have tonight, as I mentioned, we have Music Cares and we have the Music Health Alliance. You're also going to find links on all of our streaming pages to a brand new organization called the Live Events Coalition. And the Live Events Coalition helping people like us, people in the event production business. It's people that drive tour buses. It's the crew guys that unload trucks. It's all those people because everybody's business shut down. And then also the Business and Arts Council of Greater Nashville. There's also a link to a COVID-19 relief fund that they've set up for the fine artists, the painters, the sculptors, the muralists that make the art scene thrive here in Nashville. So thank you so much to our sponsors, our friends at Event EQ. They were our first call, and they were right there, and they came alongside us and brought us whatever gear we needed to make this a broadcast quality tonight. Also, First Bank. I'd like to thank Chris Holmes, who stepped up and helped us in supporting tonight. Bearded Iris. If you guys know Nashville, or if you know the surrounding areas, Bearded Iris is an incredible microbrew, and they're our roommates. They're literally on the other side of my office. I walk out the door straight into their tap room, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So, but Bearded Iris, a local brewery, they've been hit hard as well. So we want to tell you guys to support them whenever you can. Stop by their tap room. They're still selling cases of beer there at a 6-foot quarantine distance. And finally, again, our friends here at Go West Creative that have put this on for you tonight. So all of you watching at home, wherever you're watching at home, please get yourself a cocktail. This event is about having a cocktail. If you don't drink, get yourself a ginger ale, Diane, and do whatever you do to sit back and watch the next 90 minutes and some really incredible people. And so with that, let's get started. I moved to Nashville from Los Angeles almost 6 years ago. And the very first Nashvillian that I met was, and I met through a dear friend Richard Yearwood, was an actor by the name of Charles Eston. And you guys might know him as Deacon Claiborne from the hit TV show on ABC and CMT, Nashville. And so that first week I was in town, I actually ended up at Charles' house, Chip's house, and he barbecued for us. We sat down, we had dinner with his family, and at the end of the night, he picked up his guitar and played for us at the dinner table. And I was like, all right, so this is Nashville. So with that, you guys at home, just clap along with me, and please welcome my dear friend, Charles Eston.
Hello, David. Hey. Thank you for that smattering and that lovely introduction.
Thank you, brother.
And thank you for doing this. I'm happy to be here. Honored to be first up.
Yeah, and so pleased to have you. And you're such a big part of my whole Nashville experience, because that very first night, obviously we bonded over Steely Dan and the Asia album, which is like the greatest album of all time. But you also gave me the greatest tip and the most important tip since I've been here in Nashville. I said,
I want to hear this.
Yeah, well, I said, hey, I'd like to hike, and you said you have to go check Radnor Lake, right? And yeah. Radnor Lake has become, and if anybody follows me on Instagram, it's always hashtag my happy place. And it's a place where I find peace and I connect with God. I just love my moments at Radnor Lake, and I thank you so much for introducing me to that. Yeah. So Chip, just before you sing for us, what people probably, most people recognize you from the TV show Nashville, but you started off as a musician and then kind of worked your way into acting, and then now your career is right now you're doing a lot of music again. Tell us, what's the true love, or is it both?
That's with Nashville, I didn't have to answer that question because I got to do both the music and the acting, which is why it was such an unbelievable singular role for me. But while I do love acting, and I've got something out right now that's on Netflix, but I have to say that I can picture perhaps a life without acting. I can't picture a life without some kind of music. So I guess that's my answer.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. And can you tell us what's the name of the show on Netflix?
It is Outer Banks is what it's called, and it is currently sitting in number 2 right behind the Tiger King there himself.
Oh, wow. So proud to be
going to stream it.
That's awesome.
You don't even have to watch it. Just stream it. Put it on your Netflix. Turn the volume down. Go to sleep.
That's it.
But people are loving it. So
that's awesome. Well, Chip, you've got a song you're going to play for us tonight, and I just love this song. And if you tell people what it's about, and then give us a tune.
First of all, thanks again for having me, David, and for being such a great friend. This didn't surprise me at all that your first thoughts were doing something like this for the community of musicians that need it so much. Everybody out there, for every big country or pop star that you ever see, that's just the tip of an iceberg that is massive below the surface of musicians and touring technicians and studio folk that are going through a really hard time right now. So this is about that. And in the meantime, we're going to play some music. If I learned anything from the show Nashville, is that music helps, and music helps us through some things. And I could play a sad one, but right now I'm going to play one that I wrote a while ago. It's about a phrase that started becoming popular, I don't know, a decade ago, maybe more. It's something we say when everything's going real bad. We say, "It's all good." I had a beer with Billy today, hadn't seen him in a month or two. I said, "Hey, Billy boy, tell me what you say. How's your life been treating you?" He said, "Well, I gotta let go. Jenny don't know, 'cause I've been sitting at this bar instead. And I tell her right now, but I don't know how." Then he took a sip and said, "But it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. All that I can do is smile. All I have is my denial. It's all gone bad, just like I knew it would. But it's all good. Yeah, it's all good." He said, "Enough about me, man. How about you? I've been hearing that you're doing real well. You're getting married in a month or two, and you love her, everybody can tell." I said, "Billy, that's right. We were thinking we might." But then she started thinking again. She said that we're all done and that I'll find someone. Now I'm just wondering when. But it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. All that I can do is smile. All I have is my denial. It's all gone bad, just like I knew it would. But it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Everybody knows, hey, good times don't stay forever. Something comes along to make us feel so sad. But while we all try to keep it all together, here's the thing that we all say: when everything sucks so bad. And right now, everything sucks so bad. But it's all good. It's all good. All that we can do is smile. All we have is our denial. It's all gone bad, just like we knew it would. But it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Come on, sing this last one. It's all good. It's all good. All that we can do is smile, stay in for a while. It's all gone bad, just like we knew it would. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, everybody.
It is all good. Brother, that was perfect. And it does kind of suck right now, but thank you so much for that. That's incredible. Incredible. Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night.
Well, we got before you go, and I'm gonna cheers with you because you're drinking some bourbon over there.
I am.
I'm drinking. All
Tennessee.
Right. And we got some Cumberland cask over here. Hey, before you go, there's one thing I wanted to ask you to do with me, but this just got handed to me by one of our producers. It says if Chip says Debbie Gibbons in London, I love you, they're going to donate $100 right now. If you say Debbie Gibbons in London, I love you.
Are you ready, Debbie? Debbie Gibbons in London, I love you for donating $100.
I love it. I felt that. It kind of made my heart palpitate a little bit. All right, so
I'm an actor, David. I'm a professional.
One thing we're gonna do. We're also gonna start an auction. And if you're watching this stream on Facebook Live or on YouTube Live, not on Vimeo Live, but on those two, we're going to start an auction in the chat side of things. And we've got an incredible artist here in town that has donated his original paintings to us several times at Cocktails with Creatives. And he painted this original oil painting for us of the Bluebird Cafe. It's original oil on canvas. It's 30 by 24 inches. The artist's name is Bill Shum, and he is at every one of our Cocktails with Creatives. He's a delightful man and such a lovely spirit. And we're going to start the bidding on this. And I just thought, Charles, since you were here, you could encourage people, because I know Deacon Claiborne spent a lot of time at that Bluebird Cafe.
Let me say a quick word about the Bluebird Cafe. The first thing I could say about the Bluebird Cafe is that it was the heart of the show Nashville. We knew instantly, our creator, Callie Curry, knew instantly that place more than any other represents the beating heart of songwriting and of up-and-coming young artists. If you have not been there, first of all, watch Nashville. But second of all, go check out a show called Bluebird, the movie. It's a documentary. It'll tell you all about it. But this is a very special place in Nashville. It's sort of indescribable because it's not what you would expect of an iconic place. But the beating heart of music is right in there. So what a perfect thing that right now raising money for songwriters, for young up-and-coming artists, for older artists that have been through it as well and need some help now. The Bluebird is perfectly symbolic of all of that. And do what you can for the Bluebird, too. Please check out the Bluebird, all their socials, see how they're doing, see what they need as well. I love them to the depth of my heart. I have one of those paintings in my very office. Anybody else would be lucky to have one as well. So please bid that thing up. And then when it hangs in your house for the rest of time, you can know that it's not just a symbol of a special, special place, but it's a symbol of what you did tonight and how you helped out somebody.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen at home, give a nice round of applause to Charles Eston. Thanks, Jim.
Have a great night.
All right, bless you, brother. So if we can get that painting back up there real quick, let me talk to you about what we're going to do with this auction. If you're interested in bidding on this, and all the money, 100% of the dollars are going to go to our GoFundMe page. What we're going to do is we're going to start the auction on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live and in the chat streams. And the way we're going to have the two compete against each other is that if you're bidding on Facebook Live, your bid must end in a 0. If you're bidding on YouTube Live, your bid must end in a 5. And we will just start the bidding at $500, and we'll check back in periodically. And all that money is going to go to the Music Cares and to the Music Health Alliance. All right, so speaking of Debbie Gibbons from London, thanks, Debbie. We are actually going to go to London next. What we have coming up is a young artist who is a country artist who lives in London but spends a lot of her time in her life here in Nashville. She does a lot of songwriting here, and her new album just dropped today. And I tell you, so in London, it is now 2 minutes to midnight, and she's been up promoting her album, did a listening party tonight. If you can, give a nice round of applause for Twinny.
Cheers.
Hey, Twinny. How's it going? How's the champagne?
It's good.
It's good?
Really good.
I'm still working my bourbon.
I feel like I've been drinking all day. What I have been drinking all day.
That's probably why you feel that way, because you have been. So Twinny, tell me about the new album. What's the name of the album?
Hollywood Gypsy.
Hollywood Gypsy. Right. Awesome. And it dropped today.
It dropped today. It's been a long time coming. I'm just super excited that it's out. You mentioned that I spend a lot of my time in Nashville. I've been going there several years. So, yeah, it's been a long process, but I'm really proud of it. And it's had some great response already. So it just feels very surreal to have an album out. Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of celebrating in this house tonight.
Well, good for you, and congratulations, and I'll let you get back to that celebrating in a minute, but tell me what it's been like for you, because you were poised to go on tour to promote this album, and obviously all of that has been canceled. So what does that look like for you now as an artist? It has your first big album coming out, and now you can't support it. How does that shift things for your plan and for your team?
Well, there was a conversation about possibly moving this album back, but I feel like that we already announced the album, and I feel like people need music more than ever nowadays. So I was just like, let's just put it out. And we did cancel a big tour that we had. I mean, all my live stuff got cancelled. I was meant to be supporting quite a lot of people, but luckily my headline tour has been postponed till November. So fingers crossed, everything settled down by then. It's just a really weird time for everybody. You can't really predict any of these things. It's never happened before, but we remain positive, and the album's out so people can hear it. At least people will be able to know the words by the time it comes out. They'll know everything.
Perfect for sing-along. That's what you need in the crowd. And so tonight you're going to do one of the songs from the album, right?
I am. I'm going to play Type of Girl, which was the first single that we went to radio with in the UK. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. Let's hear Type of Girl from Twinny. Everybody clap at home.
Thank you, David. Thank you. I'm not the girl who keeps her mouth shut. I ain't no eyebrow, but it ain't no secret. Give me that dive, old school ride. If you say no, then I'm still gonna try. I'm not the kind to ever really give up. Laying on the line, and there's no surprise what you're getting into. I'll be kind and then I'll lose my mind over something you didn't do. Yeah, I'm crazy, and I know that you're kinda liking this, baby. If you come into my world, there'll be magic mixed with a little madness. It's dramatic. Yeah, I'm that type of girl. Give you that low, sugarish high. If you're cool with that, you can be my guy. I like to make up after a fight, 'cause I'm that type of girl. If you're the guy who's looking for a good wife, don't look at me to fit that 50s stereotype. I cook, sometimes clean, gotta put your weight if you stick with me. But I'm telling you, yeah, baby, we'll have one hell of a good time. Make no mistake, you know I won't be fake. That's something I'll never do. I'll compromise and then I'll change my mind. You think, what you got yourself into? 'Cause I'm crazy. And I know that you kinda like it. Listen, baby, if you come into my world, there'll be magic mixed with a little madness. It's dramatic, yeah. I'm that type of girl. Give me that low, sugarish high. If you go with that, you can be my guy. I like to make up after a fight, 'cause I'm that type of girl. With some pain and a masterpiece, Newton discovered gravity. You got the impossible job of just loving me, 'cause I'm a nightmare wrapped up in candy. I look so sweet, but too much of me. You get sick, babe. This ain't a trick, say. Love can be poison or remedy. Yeah, I'm crazy, and I know that you kinda like it. Listen, baby, if you come into my world, there'll be magic mixed with a little madness. It's dramatic, yeah. I'm the type of girl giving that low, sugarish high. If you go with that, you can be my guy. Like to make up after a fight, 'cause I'm the type of girl. I'm that type of girl you like. I'm that type of girl. That type of girl. That type of girl. Yeah, I'm that type of girl.
Twitty, and the crowd goes crazy. Can you hear it? Can you hear the people clapping? All around the world. They're doing it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I was actually using a champagne, something from my champagne bottle.
That was,
because
that was your pick? Got it. I've done that many a times. I used to fold up business cards and use that. So yeah, awesome. Creativity at its best. So on the streams, on the chats on the side of the stream, we're going to drop in all of the information where you can find Twinny and her website and information on her new album Hollywood Gypsy. Twinny, thank you so much. I would say go to bed, but I'm thinking you're going to stay up for a while.
Yeah, no, I probably.
Got it. Well, thank you. Thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate you. And she's gone. There you go. And we're back. All right, so I'm going to keep driving you guys to this GoFundMe page. It's the needle's not moving very much. So if you're enjoying Charles Esten, you're enjoying Twinny, please get in there. Just I don't care if it's $5, $10. Let's just see the needle start moving on that. Donate there, and I'm just going to assume that if you're not donating to the GoFundMe page, you're going directly to some of our other charities and donating there, because we want to raise as much money as possible this evening. And speaking of that, hey, Evan Cervantes. Evan, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Just by saying that, $100 from Evan Cervantes. I feel a little bit like Ed McMahon and Jerry Lewis right now. So at the telethon, and I also want to thank thank our sponsors again, of NEQ, First Bank, Bearded Iris, and Go West Creative. But I also want to thank our good friends at Music Starts Here. It's an organization that is kind of the GPS for new creatives coming to Nashville to kind of navigate their career, and they were wonderful. They pushed this concert out to thousands and thousands of their membership. So I really want to thank Doak over there for doing that. I really appreciate you. This next artist that's coming up is just just one of my dearest friends. I've known Gene Miller for over 30 years. When I met him, he was actually a background vocalist for Donna Summer. Many of you probably are like, you check with your mom who Donna Summer is. But over the years, he's an incredible Nashville studio musician. He's played with Kenny Loggins. He's played with Peter Cetera for the last 15 years. He's been part of Amy Grant's band, including the shows that Amy does every Christmas here at the Ryman with her husband, Vince Gill. He's an incredibly talented musician. Would you give it up at home for my good friend, Gene Miller? What's up?
Thank you, David.
What's up, Gino?
Oh man, just looking forward to this.
What are you drinking? First things first, Gene. What are you drinking over there?
Well, my lovely bride made me this. It's a Meyer Lemon Bourbon Smash.
Got it. I like it. I need to pick a new flavor here. I've run out of the Cumberland cask. I'm gonna move to something different here. But
You just discovered this.
Gene, when we think about, kind of like what Charles said, the country stars are the tip of the iceberg of what people see as working musicians. You are a working musician. You have been your entire life, and you're almost 40 now, and you're welcome. And so tell me what it's like for you when you had tour dates lined up for the next 3 months, and then in an instant, all that work went away. So what does that feel like?
It was pretty surreal, actually. It just another little reminder of the impermanence of life, and how it could all just change so quickly, So fortunately, I don't know. I just knew that all I could do is just live in each second as it ticks off the clock, and not try to live in what if land and worry and all of that. The biggest thing was the disappointment, having all that music lined up to play, and then other gigs I had around town, just to suddenly have everything come to a screeching halt. It's very, very surreal, very strange.
Wow.
But I've been having a good time here at home, painting and recording some stuff in my studio, and
yeah. I love that, and what this is showing us is we have no clue what tomorrow is, right? We went into 2020 going, this is going to be the best year ever, and then look what happened. So it could turn around the other way. You never know. Yeah. It could turn around the other way. Oh, I meant to point out my bar back here where I have some Hendrix, some Crown Royal, and some 99% isopropyl back there. Because we're COVID clean in here, so we gotta have some rubbing alcohol back there too. Gene, you're gonna do a great song. It's a classic old song. I mean, you're doing something from Tennessee Ernie Ford, which I just love. I mean, that's somebody that my parents listened to. But you've got such a great story of why you're doing this. So tell us about the song you're gonna do and why.
Well, my dad played on the Grand Ole Opry for a lot of years, and as a little guy, I used to go backstage with my dad and hang out, and get to hang out with all these legendary artists, and so I've got my heart really loves those old days, I love the Ken Burns special, so this one year I got a birthday card from somebody, my wife or my mother-in-law or somebody, and it was one of those cards that said, "This was happening on the month you were born, the year you were born." And this song was the #1 song on the charts the month I was born. So we were doing a little show. So I just worked it up, and it was written by one of the greatest guitar players in country music of all times. He and Chet Atkins kind of were the fathers of that kind of picking style. Merle Travis wrote this song, and anyway, I just love it, and it's an old song called 16 Tons. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak, but a back that's strong. You know, 16 tons. Now, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can go. I owe my soul to the comedy store. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting trouble was my middle name. I was raised in a canebrake by an old mama lion. Ain't no hot don't wanna make me walk the line. You know I'm 16 tons now. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I went to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal. The straw boss man said, bless my soul, you load 16 tons. Now what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can go. I owe my soul to the company store. Well, if you see me coming, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't, and a lot of men died. I got one fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons now, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Woo! Woo! I have to clap like this because my producers keep telling me that this hurts their ears. But I want you to know that the love is there. Gene Miller, thank you for being such a good friend, and thanks for doing this for us. People can follow you on Instagram. You're doing this cool little thing called Gene Miller's Daily Ditty. So so we should we'll put that up so people can know where to find you. That was one of your daily ditties. I love it.
That was
yeah. Gene, thanks.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Dave.
Appreciate it. Love you. Be well.
Love you.
So friends, I want to talk to you. I'm going to look right into the camera. I think I'm looking into the camera right here. We need to start going to that GoFundMe page and start running those numbers up. We've moved the needle about $1,000 since the show started, but we want to start seeing that move. And the reason I want to say this and look at you directly is because it doesn't matter how much you give. We just got a note from Julie Tracy. Julie Tracy is currently in a hospital bed, and she just donated $10 from her hospital bed. And God bless her. You know, this is exactly the kind of thinking we all have to have, is just what can you give and how can we help out these people? I know we've got a few hundred people online watching us right now, so whatever you can give would be great. I'd love to see that number start to move a little bit more. We're raising money for 4 great charities tonight. Again, if you go to that GoFundMe page, all the money there gets split between our 2 music charities. There's also links on there for the Live Event Coalition and the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville. We'll be hearing a little bit later from our friends at Music Cares. But right now, I would like to introduce our next guest, who's going to talk to us a little bit. This is Tatum Alsep, and she is from the Music Health Alliance. Tatum, thanks for being here. Hey, woo-hoo!
Good to see you, David. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. I just, everybody says what huge fans they are of you. I was actually talking to the people over at Music Cares today, and he was the guy from Music Cares, Sam at Music Cares, was saying, I am such a huge fan of Tatum and the Music Health Alliance, right? And so it's lovely to see 2 partnering organizations that are really coming together to help the musicians and here in Nashville and around the country. So if you could,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you could tell us a little bit about MHA and what the mission is.
Well, I'm pretty passionate about it. Music Health Alliance, it was created to help bring access to healthcare to the music industry, who primarily are self-employed or part of small businesses. And you think of fame and you think of fortune, and that's a real misnomer. Fame really doesn't equal fortune. So what we do, we're a team of advocates, and we come in and we try to simplify the process and connect. We first figure out how you're going to pay for your health care, and then we listen to what you need, and then connect you to those resources. Music Cares is a big part of those resources too. We work hand in hand on a daily basis, so we really love those guys.
And so you had mentioned you're in many cities, but you mentioned earlier, I believe you said 60%, right, of the grants that go out are for Nashvillians.
They are. 60% of our client base is right here in Nashville and Middle Tennessee. We're all from the music industry, everybody on our staff, and these are our friends. And oh, thanks. Just so you know, I got my mask here with me.
Nice.
These are our friends and our family, and our industry is small but mighty. And what we're seeing right now is complete devastation. So that $10 from the hospital bed, it matters more than I can ever articulate, because that's $10 worth of groceries for a family who literally has nothing right now.
That's amazing. I thank you for saying that, because I truly believe that. It's like whatever you can give, we just really need to encourage people to start going to that GoFundMe page or going directly to your website and donating there. Can you tell me specifically what MHA is doing right now in response to the coronavirus outbreak?
Absolutely. So overnight, so many of our music makers across the nation, their livelihoods were decimated with no preparation. So the inability to tour means you've got and the creative industry is not typically a big planning industry. You don't think it's ever going to go away. So overnight, they lost everything. So what we've done is reassessed where the most specific need is and how can we help them this month to stay afloat so they can get to next month. I mean, how do you eat an elephant? And that's one bite at a time. And that's what we're focused on. So we're providing food, diapers, formula, helping with health insurance premiums, paying for doctor visits and the ability to get tested, and connecting with local resources that our clients may not even know about. So doing that, we're spreading out how far these donations can go so we can make them last longer, because this isn't something that's going to be over for our touring clients, in a month. This is going to go on for a long time, and they really, really need your help. We've got to heal the music and keep people in this industry. So that's our goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. We're going to continue to drive people to your website and to the GoFundMe page, and we hope to make lots of money for you tonight. But before you go, you told me a really interesting story today, and since we just had Chip Eston on, and he played the role of Deacon Claiborne on the TV show Nashville, you said you guys did an op-ed piece called "The Tale of Two Deacons." Can you just share a little bit about what the story is behind that?
I can. In the season before, I can't even remember what season it was, but in the TV show Nashville, Deacon Claiborne, there was a huge cliffhanger where he was left and he needed a liver transplant. And he was this starving musician who happened to be married to Raina James. And he was going to get a liver transplant. Now, the real Deacon Claibornes of the music industry, when you look at that, it's highly likely that the real Deacon Claibornes of Music Row would have had health insurance. And without health insurance, they wouldn't have qualified for a liver transplant. You can't get on the transplant list without health insurance. So that would mean, okay, can you pay for a liver transplant? Well, Also, because Deacon was a songwriter and a touring musician, his income likely would have fallen just above what would have qualified him for financial assistance at a hospital. The cost of a liver transplant was almost, it was like $250,000 all in. It would have bankrupted him or killed him. And we put all the facts out there. So just Google The Tale of Two Deacons if you want to really see those facts, hard facts. And that fact is the way the show set it up, again, fame doesn't equal fortune. And that's why we're here. So we encourage the producers and writers to call us so we could really give them some facts. Instead, we got some really fun comments on Facebook that we were about.
I bet you did. Well, Tatum, thank you so much for being here with us, and I hope you continue to watch the show tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and I really appreciate you and all the work you're doing, and I hope we can move this needle a little bit more and make some good money for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tatum Alsep, thank you so much.
All right, thank y'all. Thanks for everything.
Thank you. All right. Again, we're gonna check in on the painting, the original oil painting by Bill Shum, of the Bluebird Cafe. We're currently up to $550. So again, if you're bidding on Facebook Live, your bid must end in a 0 to top that out. If you're bidding on YouTube Live, your bid must end in the number 5. So let's keep driving that thing up. We have another couple of things here. We've got Mark Bowling said he will donate $250 in honor of his Black Sheep Productions family. So Mark Bowling, God bless you, and hope everything turns out good for the people at Black Sheep Productions. Thanks for donating the $250. We definitely need it. All right, so coming up next, we have got one of literally the funniest comedians on the planet, and when I met him, it was like a whirlwind. I get to do a fair amount of interviewing at different shows, and I was scheduled to interview this man, and within 30 seconds, I realized I had zero control of anything that was going to happen on the stage. He was one of the stars of the TV show In Living Color. He was also had a breakout role in one of the greatest pieces of cinematic excellence, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please welcome my friend, Tommy Davidson.
Thank you.
What's up, brother?
Thank you. Round of applause. David.
Boom.
Once again, you did it, man.
You did it.
Thanks for having me, man.
You did it. You got a hat on now.
Thanks for
Look
having
at you
me.
with a hat. And you got the Zoom award?
It's Nashville.
It's
Nashville. I got my Johnny Cash shirt, I walk the line. It's just good to be around. And Nashville is the only place in the world where you stop at the stop sign, be a Bentley on next to you, and then a pickup truck with a gun in the rack.
That's it.
That's what we're dealing with.
That's what we're known for. Yeah, I actually like the Bentley with the gun rack in the back. That's really Nashville, right? So
you're driving and there's a church and then there's a Baptist church and then a liquor store. Baptist church, liquor store. Baptist church, liquor store.
Yeah.
And bar.
Well, at this point now, the liquor stores have moved into the Baptist church, and we're trying to consolidate because of the economy. So, so Tommy, I know you have a big fan of the city of Nashville, but when I reached out here, I was thinking, we were so excited. My wife and I, we were so excited to see you come and play at Zanies. We had our tickets all lined up to come see you at Zanies at the last week of March, and
what happened?
We were there. You weren't. Obviously everything got canceled. So I just wanted to bring a little bit of Tommy Davis into Nashville, even though you couldn't make it out to perform at Zanies.
Thank you, and I brought a host of characters. Of course. One of my favorites, David, is President Obama. And the thing that I love the most about former President Obama is that anything that he says can sound important, even if it's not important. Like, for instance, David, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. They're part of an essential breakfast. Tony the Tiger is user-friendly for kids, not like Michael Jackson. That's a whole other thing. He rocks this blue bandana. And Kellogg's Frosted Flakes are great.
I love it. The crowd is going crazy. My crew is laughing their heads off over here.
And so, an unlikely impersonation would be, I look just like him. It would probably be Sylvester Stallone. You know what I mean? I think one of the things about my career that I love the most, David, is that, I did Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, and Rambo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. But the last installment I filmed, the incredible thing about what I've been able to do is I did the whole film in True Religion jeans. The people out there are laughing, trust me.
I love it.
Ed Hardy jeans.
I get it. I got
It was
it.
a long time ago, though.
Yeah, I get it. I had my True Religions back in the day. Thanks, Sly. Who else we got over there with us, Tommy?
Well, I would say the main cat would be Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, your camera went away. Your camera went away, bud.
That's okay. He can't see anyway.
Oh, wait.
He's got one eye and an 8-ball. So that's right. And I did that on purpose, babe, because I'm Yiddish, Puerto Rican, and black. So I just wanted to just go ahead and just get that whole thing out of the way.
Got it.
And just for Nashville and for everyone that is getting hit, with staying inside and playing Naked Twister. Did I say that?
Yep, you did.
Did I just say that? Sammy said that. And I'm just a little turned, and I want to do this for Nashville and for our whole country. I take my hat off to the whole country.
We would love to
take
see
my
you
eye
take your
out.
hat off. We'd love to see you take your hat off. You're still a black screen, but we're gonna pretend, we're gonna pretend like it's radio, so it's good.
Exactly.
It's a live show.
They
Anything can
say
happen.
some people long ago were looking for some brand new blues, one that they can use like no other. And so they turned on Cocktails Creatives in Nashville and everywhere.
Thank you, Sammy. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, bud. You know what? So I don't know if you've been watching this, but we've had a few people pop in and say, hey, if you can get somebody to say this, if you can get somebody to say this, we will donate X amount of dollars. Oh, you're back. Yay,
Hey.
you're back. Yay, woo, we figured it out. Perfect. So I met you through...
Hold on. And one more thing, because the visual counts. Hold on one second, Dave. I gotta take the candy ball out. Visual out there. Okay, now go ahead.
Again, so I met you a few years ago through the CMO Club, which with Pete Kranick, brilliant guy, great friend of mine, and that was where I was supposed to interview you, and you took over the entire show. But Pete reached out to me before the show started tonight, and he said, if you can have Tommy Davidson say, Pete Kranick is the funniest man I know, he will donate $500 right now. So would you say for me, Pete Kranick is the funniest man I know?
Of course. Pete Kranick is the funniest man I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't know that I believe that. I need more heart. It's $500, Tommy. I need to work on the delivery.
Give me the name again.
Pete Kranick. Pete Kranick.
Okay. Right out to Pete. Pete Kranick has got to be one of the most funny, one of the most hilarious, funniest people I've ever seen. And we talk about Nashville. That was a little bit of.
That's it. I don't know. For me, that felt like $750 or $1,000, but I'll leave that up to Pete. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave that up to Pete. All right, so Tommy, before we go, you've got a great little tune for us from one of my favorite drinks as a child. So could you send us out with that, Tommy?
Yes, because we got to have a commercial break, so it's got to be Kool-Aid.
It's got to be.
And so what I have here for you is the Led Zeppelin Kool-Aid commercial. You need Kool-Aid! Baby, I'm fooling! You can even drink it after schooling. Way down the side. You're gonna need some Kool-Aid. Gonna need some Kool-Aid. Gonna need some Kool-Aid. Oh! Want a whole lot of Kool-Aid. Want a whole lot of Kool-Aid.
Thank you, brother.
It's an original.
It's awesome. Tommy, I love you. Thank you so much for doing this. You are amazing. Thank you, my brother.
You.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Davidson.
Going out to everybody, man. It's a beautiful thing that you're doing. I love it, man. Thank you.
All right. Love you.
Thanks for having me a part of it.
Love you. Love to Amanda. Stay safe. All right. Our show tonight is about 90 minutes, and we know we want to make sure you're at home. You guys are having a beverage and drinking along with us. It's Cocktails with Kratos, so make sure you get yourself a beverage. We're going to take a quick break and show a little love to our sponsors, and we'll be right back after this.
Coming up in the next half hour, Big and Rich's Big Kenny. Grammy-nominated saxophonist Mindy Aber. And from the original cast of Hamilton, Ari Afsar. When a concert for Nashville continues.
In the South, we perfect our local art. The art of conversation. The art of connection. The art of service. The art of community. Here, what you thought were lost arts are local arts. We practice the art of relationships. The art of creating wealth from things that are priceless. Because banking isn't just hard work, it's the fine local art of knowing what works. Come experience a great local art. First Bank.
I love those guys so much because they just signed on to be our sponsor in the last couple of days and to help us out. And then when I asked them if there was a commercial and I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, it felt like that commercial was absolutely made for tonight, just to show how they're a financial institution, but they're here to support the art. So I hope you guys give some love to our friends over at First Bank. Coming up next, actually, I'm going to do a quick, make sure you go to donate. We're almost at 5,000. So let's get that number up, and we're going to check in on the painting after this next break. So we want to find out how you guys are doing on the painting. Remember to bid on Facebook Live. It's End in a Zero on YouTube Live. It's End in a 5. And apparently my eyes are very, very bad because we're at 6,200 and it looked like a 4 to me. So there you go. Screen's very far away. Good to have help. All right, so speaking of, we mentioned Pete Kranick in the last segment with Tommy Davidson, CMO Club, such an incredible organization that Pete runs, and I've had the opportunity to meet these chief marketing officers from all around the world. They're now part of Salesforce.com, and they're just bigger and better than ever. But a few years ago, about 6 years ago, I was doing a show in Beverly Hills for Pete, and I got to meet this next person, and she is incredible. She's a 2-time Grammy-nominated musician. She is an incredible killer sax player and vocalist. She even toured with Aerosmith. You know, playing sax in Aerosmith, not a bad thing. Would you please welcome my friend Mindy Aber? Hi, Mindy.
Cheers to you.
Well, I waited for you to get here. Look what I have, Mindy.
Ah, you got our wine. I love it.
Viva la Rock. This is Mindy's wine. So I'm going from bourbon to wine right now in celebration of Mindy.
You know what? It's
Cheers,
all
Pepper.
good. It's a night of celebration.
It is all good. So what's going on, friend? So you're up there in San Francisco area, up in wine country. I assume all of your touring stuff has been canceled or put on hold. I know you've got a music festival that you own and run down in Florida. What is this year looking like, and how are you switching your focus up?
You know what? I mean, my year looks like every one of my friends' years right now that are artists. I mean, it all went away. And, we connect with each other at shows and in thousands of, in groups of thousands of people. And that's just not going on right now. So it's been a crazy year. I mean, as of March, absolutely everything on our tour schedule canceled. So, me and the guys in my band are just sitting around going, whoa. So, I mean, of course you find stuff to fill in the blanks. And, I felt like we just needed to connect. So I've done a Tuesday night Facebook Live every Tuesday at 5 o'clock here Pacific time. And I just play music, I drink our wine, and we connect with people. And it just feels so good. It reminds me, oh, yeah, that's what we do. Because usually we're all around the globe right now just playing concerts. So it's a weird time.
Well, some people sit and whine about it, and you sit and whine about it. So tell us about what you and your husband are doing with your wine and your own labels. And I'm a member of the Mindy Wine Club.
I know, I love that. Thank you for being a member. Okay, well, when we drink wine, I mean, I'm married into wine. My husband's a wine guy. He's been in the wine business his whole life. And so there came a point last year that we looked at each other and, we sit around, we'll drink a great bottle of wine, no matter where we are in the world, and we invariably come up with some playlist to it. Some people pair wine and food. We pair wine and music. And it makes perfect sense to me, if we're drinking a great red, then tonight it's soul music. We're listening to Otis Redding and we're listening to, Aretha Franklin and James Brown. So, each wine kind of has its style and something that it leads you to. So we figured if we liked to do that maybe other people would want to do that too. So we created a wine and music club. So we ship you wine 4 times a year. And actually, I'm drinking the wine we're shipping out in 2 weeks. It's called Soul.
Nice.
And it's super bad.
I can't wait to get it.
It's really fun. And I make a big playlist for it. And you can listen to the music while you drink the wine. I'm
drinking Viva La Rock. Love it.
Yeah, and the playlist to that is crazy fun. I mean, it's, Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and, Blitzkrieg Bop. It's awesome.
Awesome. That's like my workout routine in the morning. So, Mindy, would you do us a solid? Would you play something for us? And I know you're sitting there at your piano and you got your sax in your hand, so I can't wait to hear what you got for us.
Absolutely. I figured since I'm here, I don't have a band. I've gotten to know my piano a little bit better. So, you become friends with those instruments you don't really need all the time when you're home alone. But this is a song that we played last week on our Facebook Live session, and it's a song that I wrote and recorded with Kev Mo. It was on my Wild Heart CD, but Kev Mo came in and sang with me, and it was just the most beautiful experience. We've been friends for a lot of years. So this is off my Wild Heart CD with me playing piano, a whole different version. I'll Be Your Home. If you've lost your way, know that I'm here to stay. You just reach out your hand, I'll always stand by you. When you're down and out, you've been left high and dry. You just call out my name, there ain't no shame crying. I'll always be by your side. We'll walk the winding road. Now lay your heavy load is what's spent. You know the work is all gone. Friends don't call you back. You've got what money can't buy. Our love will keep us alive. No, we don't need a light. We've always got tomorrow. I'll always be by your side. We'll walk the winding road. I'll bear your heavy load. I'll be your home. And in the darkness of night, we'll never be on your own. You'll never go alone. I'll be your home. I'll always be by your side. We'll walk the winding road. I'll bear your heavy load. I'll be your home. In the darkness of night, you'll never be on your own. You'll never go alone. I'll be your home. I'll be your home. I'll be your home. I'll be your home. I'll be your home.
Yeah. Thank you. What a special song, and for all of us that are sitting at home, and we need to know that other people carry our homes with us, with them in their hearts. So that's really, really special. Mindy, thank you so much for being here with us. Can you tell us again? We're going to put it in the chats, but when do you do your Facebook Live show?
Oh yeah, we'll be live this Tuesday. So
Yeah,
this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I guess that's 7 p.m. Central, right?
It is. It is that. You did that without a
5 p.m.
calculator. You did that without a calculator.
I know,
Very
like,
impressive. Carry the 3. Got it. All right, Mindy, thank you so much.
Fun, play a little music, drink a little wine, just like you do with your cocktails for creatives. Thank
Boom.
you for doing this, David. This is
Got it.
this is unbelievable. And please give.
Please give.
These.
Please,
This is
please,
such a worthy cause.
She said it. Please, please give. Thank you so much, Mindy. Bless you. All right. Quick reminder, we're getting close to the $7,000 mark, so very excited about that. Let's keep giving. Go to that GoFundMe page, and let's keep driving those numbers up. We still have about an hour left of our show to keep raising those funds. So what also want to, is it possible to pull that picture of that painting back up again one more time? Just want to show that painting one more time. If we can get that picture of the Bill Shum painting. Now, this is an original oil painting that we're auctioning off on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. If you're bidding on Facebook Live, let that bid end in a 0. If you're bidding on Facebook Live, end in a 0. If on YouTube Live, it has to end in a 5. And we're looking at this original oil painting. It's a 30 by 24, and it is by Nashville artist Bill Shum of the Bluebird Cafe. So thank you. Please bid on that, and we'd love to get that closed out soon. All right. Nashville is so about relationships. Every once in a while I can actually look at the camera. How you guys doing? I know I'm looking over here at the monitor, but Nashville's all about relationships. And the very first project when we moved Go West from Los Angeles to Nashville, the very first Nashville project we got was this big fashion show to kick off CMA Week. And I got partnered with a woman who I'd never met before. Her name is Christiev Elfin, and she's this amazingly talented woman. And she handled the models and the fashion show and the flow, and I produced the rest of everything that went on. And we worked together for about a month on this thing, and we became not fast friends, we became fast family. We're like brother and sister. I just absolutely love her. And through that, I got to meet her amazing husband, who's our next guest. He is half of the country duo Big and Rich. Would you all give some love to my good friend, Big Kenny? What's up, Big Kenny?
Hello, everybody.
The crowd's
What's
going
up,
crazy.
baby?
Can you
How
feel
you
it?
doing,
Can you
man?
feel the love? Can you feel the love?
People make some noise.
Ah! So, Kenny, we're having cocktails.
Woo!
Cocktails.
Yes.
What do we need? What do we need with our cocktails? What do we need?
Some of the best cocktail peanuts in the history of mankind. Big Kenny's Peace, Love, and Happy Hour
Peace, Love,
Premium Virginia Peanuts.
Look at this.
Deliciously crunchy, hand-cooked, straight from the state whose motto is Virginia's for lovers.
And peanuts, apparently. We're giving you a little love back here. We got our Peace, Love, and Happy Hour going on.
Thank you.
You got it.
Hey, on behalf of all the Virginia peanut farmers, I want to give you a big thank you for saying that, and thank you for enjoying them as much as I do, man. They're just delicious. And man, when you got something like that, it's like having a secret in your life, and you just want to share it with everybody. So
I've got to say,
I love that I got these peanuts. I can share them with people. They can just go to peaceloveandhappyhour.com or puboflove.com and get themselves some peanuts, man, and share the love.
I got to say, I don't want to call myself a peanut connoisseur, right? I don't want to go overboard. But these are the snappiest peanuts I've ever had in my life. They're snappy, they're crunchy. I just love them.
We say super deliciously crunchy. They're just cooked to this perfect state. There's no other peanut like them. There's actually, I see you with wine in your hand, but they're like the Bordeaux of peanuts. There's only one region in the entire world where these peanuts grow, and that's in my home state of Virginia. They're in that tidal sandy loam that runs down through a couple of those southern states, and it grows these just deliciously crunchy peanuts. You cook them up just right. And I'm telling you what, it's time for cocktails with Kenny and cocktails with creatives.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I was drinking wine because this is Mindy's wine. You just heard Mindy sing. This is a wine.
Let's get some of that stuff over here at the Pub of Love too, man. We gotta have it.
But I'm switching it up over to the brown stuff now with your partner's brand. I got a little little John Rich's Redneck Riviera going on.
Yeah, and I got Granny Rich's right here too. This is the extra special stuff. I'm having a little bit of that.
All right.
Well, making my iced tea with some extra special.
Much love to your partner over there. Kenny,
absolutely, man.
I appreciate your friendship and appreciate you coming on to do this. Obviously, this is a ridiculously wild time for the entire world to shut down the way it has, and we're just trying to raise as much funds, not as much love as we can to support the creative folks here in Nashville. And I know Nashville gave you a voice and a home and a career. And so I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you giving us a little song tonight.
This is Music City, USA, man, and this place is just the greatest creative heartbeat of anywhere I've ever been in the world. I mean, there's so many people here who are so good at what they do and what they create, and the voice they have out there, and what they give to the entire world, our community around us, but the entire world is it's beyond compare, and it is so important. And what's happened here, especially in Music City, USA, has really been a 1-2 punch, man. We got hit by that terrible tornado, and that knocked so many businesses out. And then, we get hit by this terrible beast of a virus, and then that just shuts everything down. And we're going to be shut down for a while. And we so know we're going to be shut down for a while. We're just going ahead and tell everybody, you need to stay home, man.
Stay home.
Because the way we're going to get through this is to stay home. We so much that the governor of the state of Tennessee had hit us up to our publicist, Governor Lee, and he said, can anybody, y'all please do PSAs to let everybody know, you know. So I'm reading this PSA. I come walking in the house. I'm walking into the pub, actually, where I'm sitting right now.
Right.
And he's singing me this song, you know, called "Stay Home." And so now we got this song out. So it's just fun and funny, and it tells everybody to stay home.
And we need to do it. And I know you know, Bradley Barber on my team was an amazing creative that helped us.
Bradley!
You know Bradley, right? And so the Ad Council, he's been working with the Ad Council of America on this. You know, they came out with this like stay-at-home thing, right? It's like this little house thing that they're putting over everything, and they want all companies to put this little house thing. And I thought, you know, we should go to all the NFL referees and go, there's safety at home. Right? Get it? See what I did there? Safety at home. See? NFL? Okay. All right. Yeah. That's my plug for the day. All right. So
it's crazy.
Kenny, would you do us a solid and sing us a song?
Yeah. You know, the hardest thing I've had to do all day was to think of what I was going to sing. I know I was still trying to think of this yesterday, but boy, this one still hits me. It's you know, we lost one of the greatest this week, as far as I'm concerned, and that's Bill Withers. And you know, he's got a song that I've just sung forever, and every time I just love to sing it. Whenever I hear somebody doing it, it's just such a great one, and that's "Lean on Me." Sometimes in our life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride, if I have faith that you can borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you don't let show. Just call on me, brother, if you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Help me out. Just call on me, brother, if you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you cannot bear, that you can't carry, I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load. If you just call me, everybody say call me. Lean on me now, call me. Everybody now, call me. Yeah. Say, call me.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Kenny. Woo!
You're welcome,
that
brother.
was
Thank you
perfect.
so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you to everybody out there that's helping in any way they can help out. Love everybody. That's the only way they're ever going to be, man. That's what it's all about.
A peace, love, and happy hour. Thanks, brother.
You got it.
Thanks,
You
Big
got
Kenny.
it. You got it.
All right, bless you, brother. Bless you. All right. We are moving along, and we're about at our halfway point. We're checking in where it looks like we're still just right around $7,000. So if you could please get to that GoFundMe page. We want to get that GoFundMe page up to our goal of $25,000 tonight. And we do hope that you are going to the other charities and giving. We did hear a little bit earlier from our friends over at the Music Health Alliance. Right now, I want to swing us over to Sam Lee with Music Cares. Sam, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing well, David. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. You're such a huge industry charity, Music Cares, part of the Grammys. And can you tell us, what has the response been? How are you guys feeling right now? I'm sure you guys must be strapped, but what has it been like in response to the music community during this COVID-19 crisis?
Well, first, let me say thanks again. Thank you so much for the generosity of including us in this in this fundraising effort. Every dollar really does make a huge difference for us. Music Cares is probably being taxed to a greater extent. Our fund is probably being taxed or used to a greater extent than it ever has before, and so it's super important. Obviously, the music industry has been pretty well decimated by what the cancellations and the sort of halt to human activity. So this is a trying time, and our staff are very small and very limited, and they're definitely overtaxed. I think we're getting something like 600 applications a day. Wow. But I mean, they're totally rock stars over at the office. They're some of the most incredible people I've ever met, and they're putting in real work and helping out a lot of people.
And when you say at the office now, are a lot of these people working from home as well, but they're pretending like they're at their office and processing everything?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I say the office, but I mean, their houses.
Yeah, exactly. It's so amazing. We had a recipient of funds from Music Cares that was participating tonight, and it's such an incredible story. It's a musician by the name of Brian Nutter who played with Taylor Swift and played with Lone Star, but spent about 8 years playing with Keith Urban. And he had a freak accident, so this is outside of COVID-19, had a freak accident in early February, found himself in a medical situation that has progressed, and you guys came alongside him and took care of home bills and things like that for him and his wife and their young family. But then what I thought was interesting when I was talking to his wife yesterday is that then Music Health Alliance also came along and started helping them out with their health bills and health advice. And I thought, what a beautiful picture in one family, one musician. It shows how these two agencies work so well together.
Yeah, we do a lot of work with the Musicians Health Alliance. They are phenomenal at what they do. They've helped me. In fact, they've helped me twice sort through difficult medical bills, and just about everybody who gets in touch with us about aid for medical bills, we send them along to MHA as well, because They help, oftentimes they can help get the bill down. Sometimes they can help get the bill erased even.
Wow.
Certainly they can help you get more robust insurance, make sure that your premiums are as low as they can be. They're phenomenal. And we definitely, we have a lot of mutual admiration and a pretty symbiotic relationship.
That's amazing. Well, I hope we're asking people to go to that GoFundMe page and to go to your page. So, well, will you do me a favor, Sam? Will you ask these people to go to our GoFundMe page and make a donation? It doesn't matter if it's $5 or $10. Every dollar counts.
Absolutely, yes. Please. We definitely do need every dollar. Music people are, lots of us are in need, and so. You can go to the GoFundMe page. You can also donate directly at the Music Cares website at Grammy.com. So
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sam. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. This is a live show, and I know one of our next guests who's up is having a little bit of an audio issue, so we're gonna skip and we'll come back. So it'll change my amazing script. But I do want to take a minute and thank Joshua Smith out at the Standard Club, the Standard at the Smith House, who came in as a last-minute sponsor for us and helped donate some cash funds to get this on the air tonight. So thanks so much, Josh, and everybody at the Standard Club in downtown Nashville. Also want to throw a thank you out to Chad Reiser. Chad Reiser is an incredible composer that does a lot of work for us here at Go West. He's a Los Angeles musician, and all the music that you hear tonight on the ins and outs and our bumpers, that is all Chad Reiser music for pieces that he has written and arranged especially for us. Right now we have quite a treat for you. This next young lady is an incredibly talented musician, actress, a performer, and I met her a few years ago through a video piece that I had created with a spoken word artist by the name of Steve Connell. We did a piece for Pat, for the YWCA, is commissioned by their old CEO, Pat Shea. It was on domestic violence, and Ari saw this piece, contacted Steve, contacted us, kept retweeting it, and we knew that she had something to do with the cast of Hamilton, but little did we know that she was the actual lead in Hamilton. She plays Eliza Hamilton in the original cast in Chicago, handpicked by Lin-Manuel Miranda herself, and we are so thrilled to have you here tonight. So at home, give a nice round of applause for my friend Ari Afsar.
Hey.
Hi. How's it going?
How are you doing?
Good. Are we drinking wine? What are we drinking? I know that was the big conversation. Cheers.
Woohoo. Look at my beautiful cup.
Wow.
It says truly dazzling.
That is truly dazzling. That's amazing. That's amazing. Ari, so thank you so much for joining us. You're live down in San Diego. I know you're quarantining for a little bit over at your parents' house down there. How's that been for you?
You know, I was quarantined in LA originally, and I was quarantining for 14 days before I would go see my parents. And then coming down here, I don't know about some of y'all, but coming down to your family's home sometimes feels like vacation. And I realized that, oh, this is what I normally do when I am here in San Diego. So it's the first time that I felt a little bit of normalcy, which has been a change, and it's been nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So Ari, you're obviously an incredible singer and actress. Obviously, American Idol, Miss America pageant, all those kind of things, all by the time you were like, 18 or something. It was ridiculous. But when I look at you as a performer, I also see who you are as an activist, right? And a champion of women's rights. And I know you've spoken on stage with Michelle Obama on a couple of occasions. And I just love that this new project that you're working on, this new musical that you have written yourself, seems to bring the love of theater, of music, of activism, and of women's rights all together. Can you talk to us a little bit about Jeanette?
Yes, thank you. So I stumbled upon who Jeanette Rankin was about 2 years ago, and she was the first woman elected into Congress 4 years before the ratification of the 19th Amendment. So she was the only woman voting on giving women the right to vote. And when I first heard about her, I thought I was very dumb. I thought I was the only one that had not have heard of her, and then I found out none of my contemporaries had heard of her. And so then I quickly started writing a concept album and got connected to America's Most Produced Playwright the last 5 years. And 2 years later, we're writing a concept album and writing a musical based off of Jeanette Rankin.
That's amazing. And I know the Broadway community is kind of shut down, so you're looking at some alternative things to push that forward in the meantime. But the song that I asked you to do tonight, I thought it's just perfect, because you have a song in that musical that you wrote called Tennessee. And can you tell us why Tennessee is a featured song in your musical?
Yeah, Tennessee is actually the last song of the show. I don't know if you knew that, David.
I didn't know
that. So, in case you didn't know, Tennessee was actually the last state to ratify the 19th Amendment. And Harry T. Byrne was the junior state senator from Tennessee who had the deciding vote. And the night before the vote, he got a letter from his mother. And the letter said, be a good boy and put the rat in ratification. And so in today's terms, it would be something along the lines of, you are not coming home unless you vote for the suffrage. And why I'm so excited that you asked me to sing this song also right now is in retelling the story of Jeanette in different ways. We've been working on rewrites and all that stuff, is the realization that humanity has gone through different things and has gone through worse things, and we have risen together. And we have leaned on each other. We have helped our brothers and sisters. We have been together. Even with the physical distancing, we can rise, and we have risen before.
Amen. I love that. Would you sing Tennessee for us?
Yes, absolutely. It would be my honor. Oh, okay. Guess I'll wait it out till it's over. Don't you forget I call you son. In the end, it's always me. Now your words are sounding cheap. I can't believe you go against your only mama. Remember all the plans that you told me, of how you'd make it big someday. With every breath you make me proud, as you're fighting all your doubts. But don't you see me looking, dreaming from the outside? Dear baby, gotta make this easy, or you're on your own. Bold black pen, I'm gonna sign in stone. I feel holy rising. My bones are turning cold. Never felt like this before. My eyes are open. Every fiber of my being traveling right up through the ceiling to Tennessee. I never knew that this could happen. While I hold my daughter's hand, Mama, let me wipe your tears. This is just another year, but I'm seeing beauty for the first time in my life. I'm finally watching all the pieces. My baby boy did good today. I fled the house so I'd be safe. Grab my hand-me-down suitcase. And Mrs. Anthony, I'm voting in your name. Dear baby, gotta make this easy, or you're on your own. Full black pen, I'm gonna sign in stone. I feel holy rising. My bones are turning cold. Never felt like this before. My eyes are open. Every fiber of my being driving right up through the ceiling to Tennessee.
my heart to stay. 'Cause forgiveness always testing me to live in all the mess we made. The world's spinning every day, and despite the hours we sacrificed, we know that we just did it right. I feel hope rising. My bones are turning cold. Never felt like this before. My eyes are open. Every fiber of my being traveling right up to the ceiling to Tennessee.
I know they hate it when I clap, but that's so good. It's so good. I love you. I love your voice so much. Oh, you're so talented. Thank you so much for sharing your voice and your gift with us. Please, please, please go to Ari's website and also the website for Jeanette if you're interested. We're going to put that in the chat window so you can see that information. And Ari, thank you so, 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 so much. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
You
Bye.
too. You too.
Bye. We're going to, again, just remind you guys to please get in there and donate, please, to the GoFundMe page. We haven't broken 7,000 yet, so we're want to see that number get there. And also, we want our latest bid is it's not great, so we want to keep bidding on that painting. So let's keep doing that. So as I mentioned. We had a little technical. Oh, it's at $600 now. Woohoo! $600. All right, let's keep the bid going for that bluebird painting. I think Steve said he's gonna. Our next guest said he'd drop at least $6,000 on the painting. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I mentioned Steve had a little bit of technical difficulty, and it would have been a perfect setup to have Steve on before Ari because that's how I met Ari. But ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the greatest spoken word artists in our country, if not the world. He is one of my best friends and an incredible partner. Over the last 7 years, we've done over 100 pieces together, both for companies and for heart pieces. And this is the man that has spoken at the White House twice. And if you're a poet for a living and you get to perform at Maya Angelou's 75th birthday party, you better be good. So with that, this is my dear friend, Steve Connell.
What's up, bruh?
What's up? How you doing, my friend?
Good. I'm liking that quarantine beard, baby.
That's it. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, I got that sexy Santa Claus going.
That's it. I'm gonna go all the way to Rip Van Winkle or Poseidon, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there, exactly.
Somewhere.
So 6,000 is my bid for the painting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gonna get to that.
I heard that.
I wanted that to be like a.
Yeah. So my friend, I know we're running a little tight on time, but I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so appreciative of the fact that whenever I pick up the phone and say, Steve, this means something to me, will you? You always say yes, and not only yes, you say, how can I go above and beyond? And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to look in the camera and just say, Steve wrote a piece for tonight. And he sent it to me this morning. I got it at 6 a.m. this morning when I woke up and bawled like a baby in a fetal position. It is brilliant and it is beautiful, and I cannot wait for him to share it with you and share it with the world.
I love you, dude.
I love you too, man.
Thank you. And this is a world premiere.
This is a world premiere. Hold on, before we do that, let's do serious stuff. What are you drinking?
I am drinking a gin and tonic.
Oh, well, I did this for you, so.
Well, then get it to me. That's some top shelf tequila right there.
Well, gotta have a little 1942 when I'm hanging with my brother.
That's right.
That's it.
When you're trying to raise money for people in need, nothing says solidarity like high-end tequila.
I'm gonna donate the rest of the bottle as soon as it's done.
There you go. Fair enough.
There you go. Cheers.
Well, do we cheers?
Cheers.
How does it?
Cheers, my friend. Clink.
Cheers, my brother.
Clinkers.
Clinkers. So to everybody out there, am I on and running now, or?
You are on and running. This is you.
So to everybody out there, I'm honored. I'm a little nervous, especially because just before we came on, my internet died. So I hope you can hear this. I hope it comes through. Brand new piece. I'm writing several, and this is the first. And like I said, it's a world premiere. I just found out some of my family up in New York is watching. What up, Prizzutis? What up, Rosies? I love you. Whoever else is watching, thank you for signing in. And I've been particularly moved by all the people hitting me up saying we need your voice. So I've been listening, and this is the brand new piece. So I hope you like it. I was rubbing my girlfriend's head last night. She had a headache, which doesn't mean much, maybe, in normal times, and maybe doesn't mean much now, except for that now, it does mean maybe. I kissed her head, gently said, "Baby, it's not COVID, you're fine," rubbed her head so softly until she slept. I can't do that for my parents. They're 80, which maybe doesn't mean much, maybe, in normal times, but now they're in danger. And I can't help. I can't send money. I can't dig a hole or write my congressman. I can't even go to see them. So this is what I do. I sit here and hope. I wash my hands and count to 20, sing happy birthday twice, play my games on Zoom, pretend we are in the same room, pretend I'm not baffled by what's happening, that my cells aren't rearranging at this sudden rearrangement to see how suddenly everything stopped. Coffee shop across the street was the first thing to go. Next, our happy hour spot on the corner closed. Then I stopped hugging friends. Now I wash my credit card whenever I spend money. Don't put it back in your wallet, baby. That way we can clean it easier when we get home, get to the garage, clothes off, straight to the shower. Don't touch your face. This is how we stay safe. We do nothing, which is everything. We stay home. This is how we show up. And at the same time, as I worry about my sick dad getting sicker, my friend's dad is told he has leukemia. Weeks at best. Days, maybe. And so he goes to do what sons must at a time like that, get on a plane and fly to his bedside, except at a time like this, he has to do what no son should. He has to think. His hand hovering briefly on the knob, foot trembling slightly on the gas, hesitating if only imperceptibly, because being beside him now means getting on a plane with his young wife, who must be looking at the age difference differently now, if for no other reason than now. It means her husband is 21 years closer to the vulnerable age in this, our new age of being vulnerable. And so they grab a cross-country flight. Masks on tight seats, Purell. They held their breath like we used to hold hands, just so she could stand with her vulnerable husband sitting beside his vulnerable father, who would otherwise die alone. Because some things should not be done by phone. And yet, for so many right now, that's all they have. In this moment, our hearts break at a distance. We fall apart on FaceTime, send Zoom links for last rites. Last night, I got an email from my friend Rachel. She wrote, "Day 9 of our quarantine and sick now. I'm taking care of my Elijah by myself. He's 5. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do." And as she talks about her son, I think of my best friend and his wife, 5 months pregnant after 4 miscarriages. I think of his daughter, 4 pounds, 6 ounces of victory. She who will be born with her fists up, and yet, because of COVID, he was told he may not be able to stand beside his wife. He may have to hear the first cry of his first child over Zoom. He may not be able to be in the room holding her hand, masked and at the ready, willing to stand to do what he must to keep his wife and kid safe, because doing what he must at a time like this means doing what no one should at a time like that. And yet he will. Of course, whatever it takes, of course, to keep them safe, because that's all any of us want. Fathers, new and old, sons, friends, wives, husbands, mothers. We just want to save each other, be saved, held aloft in the soft hands of another. We want to once again stand within 6 feet of each other, like my girlfriend with the headache on the couch. She just wants to be safe. I told her it's not COVID, baby. But she heard maybe. So to reassure her, I let my thumb whisper softly to her forehead, lullabied my fingers through her hair until she slept. 3 hours later, I see the email from my friend. "This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do," she wrote. And in reading that, I thought of my girlfriend alone on the couch with no one to rub her head, and quickly I sent this email back that said, "Rachel, we don't know each other that well. In different times, maybe I wouldn't write this email to hear that you were sick, but in different times, being sick would not mean maybe." I told her about my girlfriend, my baby, how I rubbed away her sickness softly until she slept. Told her I am attempting to do that for you now. Told her from where I'm sitting in my office in LA to the Manhattan home where you stay, chest tightening as you lay breathing labored beside your son. I am there with you right now, rubbing my thumb along your head that same way, just trying to let you know we're not alone. That's what I'm telling the world right now. If you're hearing this poem from my heart to your home, I'm speaking to you. To whomever is lying in the darkness, chest tightening, staving off the maybe, trying to will the fever not to rise. Take a breath. Close your eyes. Wherever you are, I hear you. Whatever you're feeling, I'm feeling it with you. From all the 6 feet spaces that lie between us, I'm telling you, I'm near you. I'm here too. You're not alone. I'm right beside you, holding you gently. My thumb whispering softly to your forehead. You're safe now. I promise. Now sleep. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Steve Connell, you are a national treasure, and your voice is a voice we need to hear. Please give. We're going to be right back.
Still to come, from Hall of Fame rock band Chicago, Lou Pardini. And R&B legend Ray Parker Jr. When A Concert for Nashville continues.
Oh, and thank you for that shameless plug from Go West, and thank you for the talented, incredibly hardworking, dedicated team at Go West. Thank you for my family that's here making the show happen. We've got 4 more performers for you. We're winding our way down. We ask you again, please give. I thank you again to Steve Connell for those amazing words, and had to cut to commercial because there was no way I was going to talk after that, because that dad he was talking about was mine. So I'm going to ask you again I want to thank our sponsors besides Go West, our dear friends at the Standard Club here in Nashville, Bearded Iris. Please support Bearded Iris. They're an incredible local brewery that we need to support. Our friends at Event EQ, and of course, our dear friends over at First Bank. And, I've had the opportunity at Go West for many years to get to work with a lot of incredible rock bands and different entertainers at different corporate shows. And I've had the opportunity to hire the band Chicago 3 different times in my life. And I fanboy over them every time. I actually have an album here that I originally had signed by Lee in the band in the late 80s when he came into a club that I was DJing at. And then I had the whole band sign the same record several years later in the early 2000s. And then about 3 years ago, I had the band sign it again, and I had them sign this trombone over here. I'm quite the Chicago fanboy. So, so I was incredibly thrilled. About 2 months ago, I was at the Standard Club. I mentioned Josh Smith in the Standard Club here in Nashville. And I was there, and Jimmy Pankow, the trombone player, and Lou Pardini were in there having dinner that night. And Lou is the keyboard player and one of the vocalists for Chicago. And I got to spend some time with them, tour them around the club afterwards, have some drinking. I'm going to stop clapping my hands. And it was just amazing. And Lou is such a sweetheart. And my wife and I were in Vegas the very next week. And it just happened, we were walking through the hotel, and I saw that Chicago was actually playing at the hotel that we were at. I wasn't stalking, I promise. And so I reached out to Lou over text, and then he was like, hey, you want to come to the show? And then we have beautiful seats and backstage passes. And when I reached out to him this week on Monday and said, hey, do you think you might sing a song? He said, absolutely. What do you need me to do? So I am so excited to bring to you from the Hall of Fame rock and roll band, Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lou Pardini.
Hey, how you doing, David?
How you doing? Did you like that build-up? There's a lot of build-up there, huh?
Wow, that's a lot to live up to there.
well, I got to tell you, yesterday, my entire team here, you guys got to know, everybody is masked up and gloved up and working at a socially distanced space. And yesterday during the rehearsal, I had the mask on and the gloves and the whole bit. And as soon as Lou started to play, it's like the mask could not hide the smile in my eyes and how excited I was just to hear him. So, Lou, you're new to the Nashville area. It's been about a year and a half since you and your wife moved out here. What's it like being quarantined here as opposed to in the Los Angeles area where you came from?
Oh, well, we're on the road so much, and because of this quarantine, I'm finally in Nashville in the springtime.
Oh, well,
but I can't enjoy it.
Just look out the window.
I look out the window, beautiful weather, and every once in a while we sneak out and take a drive. But it's actually great to see everything bloom, which I haven't seen yet until now.
So the current configuration of Chicago is 9, 10, 11. How many total members of the band currently?
There are 10 members altogether.
10 members, right. So when everything cancels for you for the year, I'm sure everybody kind of went to their homes where everybody lives around the country, but are you guys thinking about, or have you been working on doing anything virtually now while we're in this indefinite holding pattern of a world?
Definitely. We all had a group email about 2 weeks ago, and we're all trying to think of ways to collaborate, virtually, like you say. And Lee, our trumpet player, is building a studio in Arizona at his house, and state-of-the-art studio. So, we're trying to figure out ways to take advantage of being able to send things over the internet and do some things online.
That's amazing. Well, I know you're going to do a great song for us, and I can't wait to hear it. But before, we've had people sending us notes and writing on our chat line. And there's Angela K. Griffin in Florida. Now, she donated $15 today. and she was laid off. She's had no income for 3 weeks, but she donated $15 because she's doing this because Lou Pardini alerted the Chicago fan club about her situation, and she wanted to help independent musicians like Nalani and Josh and any of her friends affected by the current issues.
That's sweet.
That was really sweet. So thanks for inspiring people in everything you do. So Lou, would you sing us a song?
Absolutely. This is a song that we do on all our shows, and it's part of what we call the acoustic set. So I figured that would be a good one to do here.
That's perfect.
All right. When you called me up this morning, told me about the new love you found, I said I'm happy for you, really happy for you. Found someone else, I guess I won't be coming round. I guess it's over, baby, really over, baby. And from what you said, I guess you've gotten over me. It'll never be the way it used to be. So if it's gotta be this way, don't worry, baby, I can take the news okay. But if you see me walking by, and the tears are in my eyes, look away, baby, look away. If we meet on the street someday, and I don't know what to say, look away. Don't look at me, I don't want you to see me this way. When we both agreed as lovers, we'd be better off as friends. That's how it had to be. It had to be. I tell you I'm fine, but sometimes I just pretend. Wish you were holding me, still holding me. And from what you said, I guess you've gotten over me. It'll never be the way it used to be. So if it's gotta be this way, don't worry, baby, I can take the news okay. But if you see me walking by, and the tears are in my eyes, look away, baby, look away. If we meet on the street someday, and I don't know what to say, look away. Don't look at me, I don't want you to see me this way. If you see me walking by, and the tears are in my eyes, look away, baby, look away. If we meet on the streets, and I don't know what to say, look away. Don't look at me, I don't want you to see me this way.
Thank you, Lou. That was amazing. And our numbers jumped up to over $8,000 on that. So thank you so much. A lot of Chicago fans out there. Thank you, my friend. Please stay safe, and much love to Betsy. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for what you're doing, David.
All right. Thanks, Belle. Bye now. We've got two other charities that we haven't talked about, and I want to run those things down because on all of the links you have the ability to donate directly to those two other charities, and I want to talk about them. The first one is the Live Event Coalition. Now, this is a brand new charity that just came together in the last 5 weeks, a 501c6 organization that is set up entirely to help the entertainment, the event and entertainment communities and those that work inside of them, the production companies, the tour bus drivers, the truck drivers, the crews, the A1s, the audio engineers, the lighting engineers, the video engineers, all the way to the wedding florists and the wedding planners, all of those people. And it's funny when we look governmentally when there's a situation like this. It's always how do we save certain big businesses? But the interesting thing is, and I have to read this stat, right? That the live event industry supports more than 12 million jobs in the U.S. 12 million jobs in the U.S. And the U.S. events industry supports more jobs than oil, gas, telecom, automobile, food, chemical, and machine manufacturing combined. But a lot of people think, oh, you're an event planner. There is such a huge part of our economy. Events annually, before the world shut down, we're generating $1.1 trillion to our global economy. So I'm so excited for this organization. There's a link there that you can go and donate to their COVID relief fund through the Live Events Coalition. So I really appreciate them. And then finally, our last charity that we want to talk about is the Business and Arts Council of Greater Nashville. The Business and Arts Council of Greater Nashville, they have set up a COVID relief fund for the artist community here in town. The painters, the sculptors, the muralists, the fine artists, the gallery owners, those people that are suffering during this time. So please go to them because it's all of the arts, it's all of us together that make Nashville great, that make this country great. And please give. Please, let's see this number get to at least $10,000 before we end. We have 3 more incredible acts coming up tonight. So please give to our GoFundMe page, whatever you can give. If it's $10, if it's $5, whatever it is, we appreciate you so much. All right, so coming up next, very excited. This is an artist, I talked about Cocktails with Creatives. And it's something that we do once a quarter. This next artist has actually performed here a couple of times for us. She's an incredible up-and-coming talent. She's got a brand new video that just dropped last week called Prove, and this is Taylor Noel.
Hi.
Hey, Taylor. How's it going?
Great. Nice to see you.
Good. Where are you quarantining?
I am in Nashville.
Right there. Stuck in Nashville. Well, it's a good place to quarantine. We're all in it together.
Yes, absolutely.
So Taylor, I've seen you perform many times here at Cocktails with Creatives and some of your other shows around town. And most of the time I see you like I see you tonight. You got a guitar in your hand or you've got a guitarist with you and you do that singer-songwriter thing that is so popular here in Nashville. But then I see this music video of you last week, right? Of Prove, right? And you are dancing, and it's more of like a pop feel to it, right? And you're dancing, moving. And I didn't realize you were a dancer, and I was like, all right. And I was like, all right, this is a departure.
Well, thank you. Honestly, my suit that I'm wearing in it pretty much matches your suit that you're wearing right now.
It's kind of, yeah. We got the blue.
Blue.
Yeah. And what I love about this, and we're going to pop up the link to your video on all of our chats, right? It's Prove by Taylor Noel, and we're going to drive people over to that. But what is amazing is the entire video, which I think is about 4 minutes or so, is all done in one camera move. And you are moving through this empty office building, and the camera is just following you, and the choreography, and so impressed. So tell me, how long did it take for you guys to get it right, that you had to take, you're like, all right, we're done, we're good. But no editing at all in this. How long did it take?
no editing at all. We ran through it without a camera about 10 times, and then that was our 7th or 8th take. Was the final one.
Wow.
And we were pretty tired by the end. Like it was a workout. I mean, some running, some skipping, some jumping.
Yeah.
It was done now.
Well done. It's a great video, and it's something that Janet Jackson tried to do in the late '80s, and she had to like have a little, she would do the little thing where the camera would go by a wall, and that way where they change the scene, right? But this is absolutely one camera take for the entire thing. So if you haven't seen that yet, please go check out "Prove" by Taylor Noel. So Taylor, what are you going to sing for us tonight?
I'm going to play "Prove."
Oh, nice. Well, please sing away for us.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
To be shot in the dark in a crowded room. For the buzz and the blood, do we fall too soon? But I swear my intentions are good. I'll take care of you like I said I would. I swear my intentions are good. I'll take care of you, 'cause boy I care for you. With you on up, bring me the water, baby, don't come for air. It's who you for it, dancing it over, you're the one who takes me there. It feels too good to be true, but we got nothing to prove. So I believe if you do. People watch and they talk and they always will. World around us spinning up, but you and I are standing still. But I swear my intentions are good. I'll take care of you like I said I would. I swear my intentions are good. I'll take care of you, 'cause boy I care for you. With you I wanna breathe in the water, baby, don't come up for air. It's who you for it, dancing it over, you're the one who takes me there. It feels too good to be true, but we got nothing to prove. So I believe if you do. Baby, I do. But I swear my intentions are good. I'll take care of you like I said I would. I swear my intentions are good. I'll take care of you, 'cause boy I care for you. With you I wanna breathe in the water, baby, don't come for air. It's who you for it, dancing it over, you're the one who takes me there. It feels too good to be true, but we got nothing to prove. So I believe if you do. And baby I do.
You are so awesome. I so completely appreciate you being here. And everybody, this is Taylor Noel. Please go check out her new video, Prove. Taylor, thank you so much. Please stay safe out there. And I can't wait to have you back on another one of these Cocktails as Creatives in person. Thank you, my friend.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye. All right, so we're about $8,200. We're driving to get to at least $10,000 before we wrap up, and we have got one of the biggest R&B stars alive today, and he is such a rock star. This man, I was fortunate enough when I was in LA. Our kids went to school together. We got to do some charity auctions together at the school, some fundraisers and things like that. Then we started working together. And to learn about this, when people hear the name Ray Parker Jr., a lot of times they think, oh, the Ghostbusters guy. But to hear this, he had top 10 R&B hits before Ghostbusters ever came out. This guy started as a guitar player when he was a kid, playing with Stevie Wonder and the Temptations, and wrote his first song with Shaka Khan. This is a monster legend, and I am so thrilled to have him here. I'm so thrilled to call him my buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ray Parker Jr.
Hey, who the heck are you talking about?
Come on, man. Come on. I got to build you up. I don't need to build you up. You built yourself up, man. How you doing, brother?
I wish I could have shaved and got a haircut, but it's just not possible.
It's not essential, Ray. It's just not essential. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Good. I'm getting a little bored sitting at home. I love home, by the way. And I got all 4 of my sons here and their girlfriends and wives. And so we're doing the quarantine thing. But, it'd be nice can I just sit out in front of Starbucks again one more time?
I know. That's Starbucks in Calabasas. You love going there.
Yeah.
So, and plus it's probably nice that you've got that beautiful separate studio from the house. So when Ray needs to sneak away, he can get over to the studio. Yeah,
I'm in the studio right now.
Exactly. So Ray, a little different than what other folks have been doing tonight. I hear you're going to sing maybe a medley of a few of your songs. So that is very, very exciting. So what do you have for us, Ray?
Yeah, just me.
Well, I love it. No, it's not just you.
Like you guys are in my living room, and I got a captive audience, and that's just it.
Before you play for us, I know you've been working on a brand new album, correct?
Yes.
All right. So how close are we to getting some new Ray Parker Jr. music?
I got to sing 2 or 3 more songs, and then the music is done. The record deal is done. Everything's done. The movie is done too. There's a movie called Who You Gonna Call? We're tying that to the new Ghostbusters film, my film Who You Gonna Call, and my new album. But now that this virus is out, everything's been moved back to 2021.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's coming out right before 2021, or I don't know what everybody's doing yet. But it's all going to come together.
Is Who You Gonna Call? Is that a documentary, or is that a
documentary on me?
Nice.
Can you believe that? Documentary on me.
And now
we go back to Detroit, and we have a lot of people in it, a lot of my friends and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so when I was dressing out the set here, I was like pulling up little things, and I have the all access pass for when we had your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So as a event producer, I got to produce when Ray got his star on the Walk of Fame. I got to produce that event and the after party. So it's one of my most cherished possessions to be able to have that here and to be able to have done that for you. So
thank you so too much. That's one of the happiest days of my life.
It was a great day. Well, Ray, would you go ahead? There's lots of people from all around the country that are watching this. Some of them are giving money. Would you encourage some of them to give some money and then play us a song?
Yeah, everybody should give some money.
That's right.
Who are they giving the money to? You're telling them who to give it to, right?
That's right. There's a GoFundMe page here, and it's set up for Music Cares and for the Music Health Alliance. So if they go to that GoFundMe page, we're trying to drive those dollars up. We're trying to get $25,000, but I know people are also making donations directly to those charities, but we're not quite to 10,000 yet. So we're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the show. So we just have you and one more act after this. So I'm hoping that your music is going to open their hearts, which leads directly to their wallets. So.
Well, Music Cares is wonderful. I served on the board with the Grammy thing, so I know what they do. They do a lot of good work. Also, the Jazz Foundation in New York does a lot of good work. But at this time, I'm worried about all my friends in Detroit. Detroit's really getting hit hard. My brother and his whole family has the virus. I'm understanding, and a bunch of my friends, and it's just man, we need help in Detroit.
Yeah. Feels like we need help everywhere, but yeah, Detroit's been hit hard. Well, brother, I appreciate
you. For so many years, it's just weird.
Hey Ray, I've got Heidi in Nashville that's watching with her pals at Rising Above Great Dane Rescue, and she said if you could give a shout out to her, they'll send us $150. So if you could you say hi to
Heidi.
Heidi in Nashville.
Heidi in Nashville, I love you. Who are you gonna call?
That's right. There you go. And Heidi, I hope that takes care of your friends, Marianne in Seattle, that is all donated. Thank you guys all for your gifts tonight. And with that, I'm turning it over to my good friend, Ray Parker Jr.
So we need donations. Bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some other guy you knew before. Between the two of us guys, you know I love you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. Don't you know that I heard it through the grapevine? Not much longer would you be mine, baby. I heard it through the grapevine, and I'm just about to lose my mind, honey, honey, yeah. That's just me warming up. Okay, so I hear a little bit of a. Jack wanted someone to be him, sat up on him, and waited all day for Jim. Jim, always away from home, never bothering to phone, always leaving poor Jack alone. Why do you think Jack stuck down the hill? He's not down, baby, he needed love. Love he couldn't get from Jim. Why do you think Jack stuck down the hill? He's not down, baby, he needed love. Love he couldn't get from Jim. Now Jack, like Little Red Riding Hood, always trying to do good, waited as long as he could. Jill, always away from home, never bothering to phone, always leaving poor Jack alone. Oh, why do you think Jack stuck down the hill? He stuck down, baby, he needed love. Love he couldn't get from Jim. Why do you think Jack snuck down the hill? 'Cause he needed love. Love he couldn't get from Jim.
I'm clapping. Ray Parker Jr. Brother, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
You get to play more songs, though.
We play just a little bit of that other song that everybody wants to hear.
That song, I can't leave without playing.
You got to play a little bit of that, yeah.
Something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Sing, David. If it's something weird and it don't look good, tell me who you gonna call.
Ghostbusters!
If you see things running through your head, tell me who you gonna call.
Ghostbusters!
An invisible man sleeping in your bed. Ow, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters! Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, before you go, we're going to remind people about the Who You Gonna Call movie. You got your new album coming out, and we have a very special woman in New Orleans that says gave us a big donation. She's a big fan. Her name is Anne LaBranche. Can you say hi to Anne LaBranche? She's a big fan of yours.
Anne LaBranche.
Anne LaBranche.
Anne LaBranche, thank you for the call. I'm telling you, Anne LaBranche.
Oh, Anne.
You have done it all.
Thanks, brother. Love you so much. Love to Elaine. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Ray. Bye, brother. All right, my friends, we are winding it down. Please continue to give. The GoFundMe page is going to be open all weekend long as we replay this on YouTube Live and on Facebook Live and on Vimeo Live. So thank you all for being here. We've got one final act for you. I do want to thank our sponsors one more time. First Bank, Bearded Iris. Please support Bearded Iris. Our friends at Event EQ. And of course, the Standard Club here in Nashville. And again, all of my friends here at Go West for the incredible work we did. When I first moved to Nashville, I was downtown one night late. It was a Tuesday night. It was after midnight. It was one of those nights. I had been to several honky tonks that night. And I don't want to say stumbled into, but we walked into the stage down on Broadway a little bit after midnight on Tuesday night. And the band that was on stage, I was absolutely transfixed by how their musicianship, the style, the lead singer, he felt like I was looking at a young Joe Cocker singing Michael Jackson. It was the most incredible thing. And little did I know that 20 minutes later, he was going to walk down from the stage, grab me by the hand, and pull me up onto stage to do a bit with him. And a friendship and a partnership has started with him for the last 5 years. He's done major corporate events for us all around the country. We've had his band open for Heart and for Earth, Wind, and Fire and for Chicago and Brent Eldridge and John Cougar Mellencamp, so many different people. And so please give it up for our final performer tonight, the Nashville legend. This is Chris Weaver.
Hey, David.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? You been watching the show?
Oh, I've been watching it. Yes, I had to put the vodka back there so I wouldn't get to it.
Got it. What are you drinking? Because currently I have tequila, whiskey, and wine. I'm thinking about just making a sangria out of them all.
Well, I think this is what I've done about this much.
Got it. Half a handle? So it's a slow night for you.
No. Some of that was gone. I think like down to here was gone when I first got it.
Got it.
It's better now, though.
Chris, thank you for being here, and thank you for giving you your time. And again, you're another one of these people that I just pick up the phone and call, and you always say yes, and I appreciate that. I also appreciate the fact that you're a businessman, right? You have a business degree, and I love that as a Nashville working musician, you run your band like a business, right? And that business mindset, and everything you do is a business mindset, and you're probably a little bit better prepared for what's happening in our world than other musicians because you have run it so much like a business. And now, even through this new crisis, you're thinking about what are the new things that Chris Weaver can reinvent himself. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing right now through this world shutdown.
Well, one thing is a show that I just had you on. I started a podcast called How Valid is the Validity? And basically talking about, just stuff I want to talk about, and bringing on people like you. And like you said before, I've met so many people over the last 15 years of being in Nashville that it's just kind of cool that I know all these different people from different industries, and I can bring them on the show and talk. And I have such a great fan base through the band that I'm able to kind of jumpstart, a podcast. So I try to make it entertainment. It's not political. It's just kind of stories like you talked about the other day, and also, stuff that has to do with your business. And so I'm hoping that, we can do something with that in the future. I'm not sure what's going to happen after this. I know that playing music's not going to be something that I'm going to be able to do for a while, not in public anyway. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it through online platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So and watching you tonight is definitely, I was talking to Rick earlier. The picture is just phenomenal. I mean, how you look. I mean, I feel like you're calling a NASCAR race.
Well,
you look great.
There you go. And there we go. Well, my friend, could you do me a favor? Would you do us a song and kind of close out our evening for us?
Sure. It's a song I wrote with Matt Rogers here out of town. It's called Raise the Dead. Can I get an amen? Yeah, let's raise the dead. I ain't claiming to be Jesus, little crazy in the head. Can I get an amen? Oh, my now, amen. Trying to feel alive, let's raise the dead. I've been lost, I've been blind, searching for something I thought I would never find. I don't know about you, baby, but I've had enough. Sleepwalking, think it's time to wake up. Can I get an amen? Yeah, let's raise the dead. I ain't claiming to be Jesus, a little crazy in the head. Can I get an amen? Oh, mine, amen. Trying to feel alive, let's raise the dead. Well, I had my chances. I took one or two. I know what it takes to follow through. Yeah, just one voice, and just one song. Spirit moves you, you can sing along. Can I get an amen? Yeah, let's raise the dead. I ain't claiming to be Jesus, little crazy in the head. Can I get an amen? Oh, my now, amen. Trying to feel alive, let's raise the dead. Well, I know someday, that my time will come, and I'll be out there in the graveyard. I'll be waiting on the other side. I just play this song and watch me come alive. Can I get an amen? Yeah, let's raise the dead. I ain't claiming to be Jesus, a little crazy in the head. Can I get an amen? Oh, my now, amen. Trying to feel alive, let's raise the dead. Can I get an amen? Yeah, let's raise the dead. I ain't claiming to be Jesus, just a little crazy in the head. Can I get an amen? Oh, my now, amen. Trying to feel alive, let's raise the dead. Trying to feel alive, oh my. So let's raise the dead. I'm gonna raise the dead.
All
Thanks,
right,
David.
brother. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. And check out Chris Weaver on Facebook, How Valid is the Validity, at 9:30 on Wednesday nights, and live from the sectional on Tuesdays. Okay, so All right. Thanks, Chris. See you, my brother.
Thank you.
Nice to be you. All right, my friends. All right, so here is the last challenge of the night. For those of you that are still with me, I have our dear friend Chris Murphy out in Brentwood, Tennessee, right up the road. We are how far away are we from $10,000? We're at 8,700. Is that where we're at?
Yeah, we're about 13.
All right. So we're about $1,300 away from getting to $10,000. Chris first said, hey, I'll give you $1,500 if you shave your beard on camera, which that's not happening. It took a long time to get this here. But he just wrote back and he said that he will match every dollar that comes in right now up to $10,000. So if we get $1,300 that come in right now, Chris will match that with another $1,300. So would you please dig deep, see what you can do. We're going to keep the GoFundMe page open. I appreciate all of you for taking your time out tonight. I know we went a little bit longer than we thought we would, but I hope you found this to be a enjoyable night. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm so grateful for all the talent that gave of their time tonight, for all the charities. I'm super, super grateful for Julie Tracy that gave us the $10 from her hospital bed, and from Angela Griffin that gave us the $15 after being laid off and out of work. This is kind of the conclusion of our show. And so on behalf of the musicians, the artists, the event professionals, and all the creatives in the Nashville community, thank you for watching. Thank you for giving. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Stay safe. Stay home. Love each other. We're all going to get through this together. Good night. Thanks for being here.